4, 3, 2, 1.
AWSM Radio.
Damn, that was good.
Dang,
I like
look
hearing
at that.
Every time we hear that, I like
We're
it.
all caffeinated and liquored up and whatever else is going on here. We're
Whipped
at
creamed up, everything. We're
Tall
just
Tale
here.
Coffee / Serve Yourself 2024 West Montrose. We thank them for hosting us this month for AWSM Comedy Radio, where we're not afraid to go deep.
That makes absolutely
That's
no
a new
sense.
that's a new slogan I'm trying out. I'm Logan.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Nick, and welcome to episode 206. We've recorded this out of sequence tonight just for fun. This is our last episode coming at you, and it's probably the last funny thing that's going to happen since tomorrow's Friday, official inauguration.
All humor will
day.
leave.
All humor will die. So we have with us two lovely gentlemen that you've just heard do their opening sets. Round of applause for KJ Whitehead and Danny Schiller. Yes, I forgot your name.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
So KJ is a comedian, writer, improviser, and going to be the host of a show coming up on February 16th, America's Dead. It's happening. Danny Schiller is the host of a storytelling show, Off the Record, and podcast, We Book Celebrities. And he's also the creative producer for the classic television station, Me TV. So, KJ.
Yes.
Danny, have you all ever met one another? Have you all ever done a set with one another?
I don't think...
Never.
I think I
Never.
may have seen you at an open mic and heard the whipped cream bit.
Probably.
I think I may have.
Rings
but-
a bell?
It rang a little bit of a bell to me. I remember the punchline,
Yeah.
and it's still funny.
Yeah.
It is still funny.
Good.
That was the one that I watched online, DannySchiller.com, when I was checking out who was going to be on the show this week. So I am terrified of the idea of stand-up, and I've performed in every other vein possible. But what is it like going out night after night and hearing the same sets from the same people every night? What is that like? Do you sometimes feel like your brain just like stops?
Like
What?
my brain does have that, but at the same time, like even if I'm not laughing, I love going to open mics and hearing like comics that I really like work on a bit and try it differently in this place and that place and see if they can make it work. The only time I really get sick of a bit or hearing a comedian use one is when it's just the same thing that does
Over and
not
over.
work. And it's like you're not making people laugh, you're not trying to, and it's like, wow.
Like, if they're gonna be bad, they might as well be original? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they should be trying something
I don't want to
new.
put words in your mouth. That's what I say.
My thing is, no, I just want to see you trying. I want to
Right.
see you try different things, and if you bomb, you bomb. That's why I love, like, comedians who just start out, and they're trying to see what works. Like,
Because they'll try anything.
Yeah, because I've seen some who start 3 months or 4 months. I've been doing it for about 3.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Danny, what about yourself? How long?
Just about 4 years now.
Just about 4 years.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing the whipped cream set?
Probably about a year.
Probably about a year.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
worked out. It's one of my favorites.
How long have you been married?
Only about 6 months.
6 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
That's still warranted, right? You can still say congratulations in 6 months?
I think
There's
you
a point
can.
at which
I
people
think so.
stop saying that.
I think we can all say
Can we?
congratulations.
Congratulations. And then 30 years later, people can start saying it again. There's like a gap.
Right, yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
gap.
I was like,
Yeah.
60 years is a long time, I guess.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
You like to relate. I like to relate. That guy's married.
I am.
How long have you been married,
No,
Logan?
you two can relate.
I've been married 7 years.
Congratulations.
8 years. 8 years?
Congratulations.
There's a time in your marriage at which you stop count. No, that's not. No, but yeah. Oh, that's my wife right back there.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations, Candace.
I like this.
Back to relating. Tom has done stand-up before.
I have.
Tom,
Oh, yeah.
what was it like to do stand-up and be good or be bad?
Well, obviously, when it was bad, it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was, it was good. It's pretty great. Yeah, getting a whole room to laugh is cool. That's definitely a cool feeling.
Why do you two continue to do it? Is it the laughing? Is it just infectious?
Yeah, it really is. Like, just even a room like this, you do open mics every night, and it's in front of comics, and that is a grind.
Yeah.
That is just soul-destroying sometimes. But then you do it in front of actual people, and it's really nice. And especially, like, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you don't have anybody controlling, you should work this out, and you should do this, or we're your bosses. Like, you don't have a boss to control what you say, and that's very freeing.
Very freeing.
Yeah.
And me, like I like that. Just making people laugh just makes me laugh, and makes me enjoy my life. But also, I'm at the point where I'm like, I also want to say something.
Yeah.
You know, just because you're making people laugh doesn't mean you can't make them think. And that's the purpose of my show coming up. And that's why I talk about LGBTQ culture and the need of people of color in the comedy scene and elsewhere.
Let's talk a little bit about America's Dead. It's happening. So who will you be interviewing as host?
So, shows America's Dead, Let's Party.
America's
And-
Dead, Let's Party.
Yes. And the one interview I've been trying to get, we spoke for a little while back, and his name is Mikey Manker.
Okay.
And he...
Danny likes him. He's smiling and shaking his head.
He made a Comedy of Chicago for coming out, if you would call it, as a Trump supporter. So... I know, and I'm the same. I am the same way. That's why when it came to comedians that I would book before the interview, I told them, "Hey, this is if this goes through, this is what's going to be happening. I understand if you don't want to do the show." And
Well, good disclaimer.
I mean, yeah. My thing is, it's just I already don't agree with him, and I've read the email interview he had with Comedy of Chicago, but my thinking is. I mean, my thinking is the best way to really like try to combat or try to really get behind people who you don't agree with is just to sit down and talk with them and challenge them.
Because the worst thing that we can do right now is be silent and not talk to one another and not engage with the other party, because then nothing will happen.
And I made it a point to say, like, hey, you know, I don't agree with them, but at the same time, us on the left, the left side, left wing liberals, we have stuff to work on too.
Absolutely.
So
we all do. And when we become just stagnant and only talk within our own circles, then where is the opportunity for growth?
Otherwise, we're doing exactly what conservatives and who done to us, like stayed in their circle and just keep us out, and anything that doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah. Whew, got intense. Okay, so all of that is on the record.
You were
Let's
leaning
talk
way
about...
forward.
Oh, I
Nick
was.
got
I
more
was
and
getting
more
in there.
engaged.
I was getting in there.
Just imagine
It got
with
too
my
serious.
75 degree.
My right shoulder is my political shoulder. So, off the record.
Right, I heard that transition.
Yeah,
I
really liked it.
That
I
was
proud
almost
of that.
really good.
Okay.
Let's talk about Off the Record. Let's tell everyone what Off the Record is.
Off the Record is a monthly storytelling show where anybody like you guys could also tell stories of anything ridiculous. It's basically bad decisions make good stories. And it's just anything you guys do embarrassing. I got arrested the day after I graduated from high school. And that is a good story, and just telling things like that.
Did you really get arrested the day after you?
No.
Yes, I was not part of the game last time.
I know.
and
The
this
last
is
episode,
true.
we played a game very much like this.
Yeah.
We each get one question about your arrest. No, let's do it.
All right.
no.
Prior to that, and maybe not delving into someone's arrest or like someone's potential arrest for stuffing notes into oranges, you have your own podcast as well.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this podcast. It's called We Book Celebrities.
Yes, that is true. Me and my friend Dan Muller, we love interviewing celebrities. We love asking all these questions, but we are terrible at booking them. And they never show up.
Yeah.
So we always have these questions ready for Tom Cruise and Tanya Harding. And when they don't show up, we then ask each other the questions.
Who was
Like
the
what-
second name there?
Tanya Harding.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
What's it? You just ask each other what's it like to be the star of Mission Impossible? And
Yes.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, and 5, yeah.
Great. Have you ever actually had a celebrity in on
Zero.
the show? But do you actually do the work and reach out to them, or is that the whole shtick?
It would be great one day in my life if we could have a celebrity on the show.
You can have anyone you want. Who would you get? One person. You say a name.
Damn it. I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Needs
All of them.
direction.
Yeah.
Let's play a game.
Hey.
What game are we going to be playing,
late on the
guys?
uptake. Yeah, give it to me one more time.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's play a game.
If you show it to them early enough, even labyrinths will all make sense. To a child's left brain could be an acid trip. Rape and murder's all legit, 'cause kids will watch most anything.
Special thanks to the name of that band, Grud,
Grud.
for their contributions to AWSM Comedy Radio. Take it, Logan.
Yeah, they made that jingle for us, which means it is now time to play Kids Will Watch Most Anything. So in the new space here, this might be a little bit jumpy, but just direct your attention over at the screen over there, and I'm going to play 3 intros to children's shows, and then Danny and KJ are going to have to pretend to pitch me those shows as if I'm a producer, and this is possibly an option. So that made sense, right?
Wait.
that was crystal clear.
Danny, I just got to make sure that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay.
to me.
Yeah,
I think
I
we
think-
got
All right,
it.
all right,
I
got
think we good.
Okay, so here is the first children's show.
Scribe's Creative Workshop presents Pappyland, featuring Pappy Druitt and his pals. Did you ever want to paint? Did you ever want to draw? Did you ever want to recreate anything at all? Well, now you can in Pappyland. That's where we are today. Where anything can happen, 'cause Pappy drew it that way. Pappy drew it.
All right.
We drew Pappy Land.
Dan, that's enough, Tom.
That was so
Danny,
trippy.
Danny, you were going to pitch me first. Why should we put this show on the air? What is this show about?
Well, do you like fever dreams?
I love fever dreams.
Well, we're going to produce one with an old man. He is the main character.
Yes.
And it's filmed just in a green screen, so it's really cheap.
I like cheap.
Right. He does have a giant paintbrush that might cost a little bit of money to make and some puppets. But it's going to be very eye-opening to children about penguins and their lives in the forest.
Right. Okay, well, that's worth considering. KJ, pretend that didn't just happen. And how would you pitch me the show?
Well, everyone, do you believe in angels? Can I ask, do you believe in angels?
Yes.
Wow, this got personal. Tom answered for me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Well,
knows.
think-
Tom knows I love angels.
Angels, yeah, absolutely. Well, picture this. An angel sent down from heaven who is a father looking for his son who's lost in all of his drawings and his imagination.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Just going through each painting that he's painted in his childhood, decades upon decades of trying to find his son because he's making paintings of little angels. And
You don't seem maybe as convinced anymore. You kind of lost a little bit there.
no,
had
trust
it.
me.
You really believe in this.
Trust me, it gets
Okay.
good. It's exactly that.
Okay,
And in
okay.
the end, they find each other,
Great. Okay.
and they both are in the painting forever.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I will now
kinda
read
scary at the
a
end.
description of the actual show, Pappyland. During each half-hour segment, Pappy Druitt and other characters dance, sing, and taught life lessons, argued and bickered, and other children's what?
Television fair.
And other children's television fare, does that make sense?
Yeah, it's the other fare from television. Children's
Oh,
television.
they also do that stuff. But the main focus of the
It's
show...
basically just saying, the basic stuff that kids' TV is like.
I get it. I think I get it now.
I just love watching you two discover English.
I'm learning. But the main focus of the show was watching Pappy draw pictures that you could follow along and draw. So I think for accuracy, I don't know that either we're that close. I mean, Fever Dream's correct on a basic level, but I'm still going to give the point for that round to KJ.
Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah.
that angle really...
I actually watched.
He didn't
this
know
a
about
little
my
bit when I was a
angels.
kid.
You watched it as a kid?
A little bit.
Did you draw along?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm an awful artist.
That's how I watch like how-to stuff.
Yeah, you just like.
I love
that
watching
seems-
someone else accomplish something.
Yeah. Good for them.
All right. Over on the screen, we're going to have our second of 3 videos here. This one is this. Whoa, All right, KJ, why don't you go first and pitch me tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills?
All right. So you have Power Rangers.
I know Power Rangers. They sell a lot of
You have
toys.
medieval times. You got to combine them somehow. And this is how. Teenagers sent back in a futuristic medieval time period where they are a knight in shining armors fighting against evil vampires, evil wizards to help protect Earth.
Are you telling me we could sell toys and restaurants?
I believe so.
Okay, that's very tempting. All right, Danny, how would you pitch me tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills?
There's no way it's actually called that.
It is called that.
That's what it's called. I'm not making shit up. This is an awesome poster.
Well, kids, they sit on the couch too often. Get them to do flying splits in the air by watching this show. Also, there's a lot of very nice style to it. We'll use the font and the color from Jurassic Park.
That sounds pretty good, but the splits and everything, could we be liable for lawsuits if they get too active?
Absolutely.
Okay, here's the real description of tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills. The show was set in Beverly Hills, California. The 4 central characters of the show were teens selected by a blob-like alien named Nimbar to fight off the monsters sent from evil Emperor Gorgonus. Gorgonus is intent on conquering Earth because of the focal point. It is the focal point for a network of power portals that would facilitate conquest of the galaxy. In the first episode, Nimbar recruits 4 high school students with a touch of his finger, which is in quotations.
I don't like that at all.
He gives each of them a tattoo based on the constellation in the celestial sphere. When their tattoos...
Sphere.
What?
Sphere.
Yeah,
Did I
not
say
celestial fear.
I said sphere? Sphere?
Keep going.
Get back into it.
When their tattoos flash, this means Nimbar needs them and a power portal opens and they can pass through to enter his chamber. Okay, so honestly, Danny, like the lawsuit thing, I'm a little concerned about that still, but to make the game more interesting, I'm going to give you the point anyway. So we get a 1-1 tie, yeah.
But
yeah.
it was, KJ, you perfectly described the Mystic Knights of Tir-Nog. You remember that show?
No, I
It was
don't.
Power Rangers set in medieval times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a real show.
I don't know if I'm too. I
It's
don't know
made
if
by
I'm
the same
too
people who
young
made
for
Power
that.
Can you
or-
sing the theme song?
I don't think there was like lyrics to the theme song, was there?
Oh.
I just
year
remember.
was
Why are you looking at anyone else in this space?
Does anyone else remember that show?
The Mystic Knights
like-
of Tirana. No? Okay.
These
My girlfriend's like, no.
4 teenagers with attitude were given like magical things, magical medieval weapons,
Wow.
and they were by leprechauns. Leprechauns instead of a giant head in a tube, little people.
So,
The
so I wasn't too far off, but it
From
was
a
the wrong
different
show.
show.
Wrong show.
Wrong
Different
show.
Wrong
Wrong
show.
show.
Mystic
That's
Knights. All right, so
That
our
makes
third
sense.
and final tie-breaking intro is for Angela Anaconda.
My name is Angela. Hey, hello. Welcome to my very own show. I'll introduce my friends to you. Oh no, it's Nitty Poo. Shooby dooby doo wah wah. My name is Angela, and you are not. Nanette Man is a stuck-up jerk-faced slut. And now to today's story, starring me, and not starring Nanette Manoir.
All right, based on that incredibly informative intro, Danny, how would you pitch me on Angela Anaconda?
I feel like I've seen it before,
Oh.
but
It's
I
okay.
don't. I
This
don't
might
one
have
of the more
real
popular
knowledge.
ones that we've ever shown on this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
recent.
Oh, God. Well, are your children sleeping too well?
Yes, they are.
Show them this. Also, it's based on a girl named Angela Anaconda. Their father Al Anaconda and Nicki Minaj is the mom. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's big. That's big celebrity right there.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could get her. We could get her.
Okay.
And she puts on plays for her friends, and a lot of it is very creative. So we're gonna get your kids and their mind just as thoughtful as possible. But we might kill a girl that Amanda doesn't like
Yeah.
over and over.
Okay. Sounds good. KJ, how would you pitch Angela Anaconda?
Well, in a perfect paper world, we have Angela Anaconda, who's gracefully guiding herself through a paper world where she kills anyone that she does not like in
Whoa.
very cartoonic ways.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it won't piss off the censors.
Still very family friendly, but at the same time, we still get lots of laughs.
Okay, well, here's the real description. Angela Anaconda centers on the adventures of an 8-year-old girl named Angela in the fictional town of Tapwater Springs. I kind of like that part, actually. Other characters include Angela's 3 best friends and several antagonists, such as a snobbish girl named Nanette and the manipulative teacher named Mrs. Brinks. Well, since neither of you were accurate with that one either, and because I did kind of falsify the results in the last time, but still, in that round, you got to give it to Danny. You've just won. Kids will watch most anything.
Danny's eyes got
Congratulations.
so big, he's so happy.
I should.
Kids will watch
Ah.
most anything.
That's the sting.
I should clarify that I used to watch that as a kid with my cousin because he was obsessed with that, and it did give me nightmares.
Yeah, I
So that
hated
was
that
accurate.
show.
I vaguely remember the
That
show,
was
but I
accurate.
remember it
I did
was
not
creepy.
like it.
Do you remember the nightmares?
Yeah, yes,
never
I
forget
remember seeing her along with that little dog.
I can just see if they were cannibals, maybe, with those tilty heads, like chewing on people.
It's just when you're
Just me?
smiling all
No?
the time,
Okay.
you scare me.
Creepy.
Cool, everyone remember to go see America's Dead on February 16th. Check out IamKJWhitehead.net. Special thanks to both our guests, KJ Whitehead and Danny Schiller. Visit DannySchiller.com to check out what is around the corner for him. And thank you all for listening. And Eric Mugler, wherever you are, we all love you.
AWSM Radio.